What's up, gamers? So we're back with another character guide, and today will be the character guide for everybody's favorite pop star, Seaya. I like Seaya, a lot of people like Seaya, a lot of people hate fighting against Seaya. Seiya's a very, very good character, and the gameplay and while I'm going through the guide, you'll see why. So let's just hop right into it. Let's start off with Seiya's A moves. So Seiya's A moves are pretty good from like a basically grounded down tilt, which is what you'll be using a lot. Her up tilt's also really good. Her jabs are really good, like get off me tool, very good to like mash out. You'll see a lot of people mash it out because it has a dash. But let's talk about them. So her basic jab is a 3-hit combo. As you can see, 12% from the basic jab. If you hit it, like every other jab, you can hold A. So if you hold A, you get the full jab. You don't even have to hit anything. You can also mash it out instead of holding it. So that dash, it kind of like catches people off guard because a lot of people never expect you to like mash through with the full jab if you miss. But that's really just about it. It's really kind of like a get off me kind of tool. Basically, you know, to push people forward off the stage. So that'll really do it for her jab. Not really anything special. I don't really use her jab a lot. I know a lot of people like to mash it out and use it, but it's not really in my kit a lot. So let's go into her up tilt. Seiya's up tilt is actually really good. As you can see from there, the soft spotter up tilt combos into things like forward air. It also combos into things like down air at lower percentages. It's basically a very good move for you to hit the side hitbox. So at those like mid percentages, you can get things like up tilt into forward air. Let's see, at lower percentages, you can get up tilt to forward air situations. It's a very, very good up tilt, whether you hit the soft spot or whether you hit the sweet spot. And that's right, Seiya's up tilt does have a sweet spot. So as you're doing the up tilt, you kind of see that circle above her. That's actually the sweet spot. So not only does it combo, as you can see right there, if you, let's see if I can hit Sophia, up tilt, there it is. If you hit the sweet spot, you can get kills at really, really early percentages. So it's a very good move, like a very good anti-air to throw out. It's a very good hitbox because as you see like the water splash up, all that's a hitbox. And like I say, if you get the light hit, you get combos. And if you get the sweet spot, you get max damage, as you can see right there. So like I say, very good comboing tool. So very, very useful move all around. And it's kind of like one of those up tilts where you don't have to guess where your opponent is. You just kind of throw it out. And if it hits, and you just kind of follow the opponent's DI and get your follow-up afterwards. Kind of like that. Very, very good move to like cover opponents that are going above you. So let's go into Seiya's forward strong. Seiya's forward strong is a slap. pretty basic, pretty simple. Just a slap. As you can see, she moves forward pretty far with it. As you can see, she like kind of takes a step forward. It's very good if you have like a read, not really one of your major kill moves. Like I say, like if you feel you have a read, you can like dash back and forward strong. It's also fairly safe on shield. Like your opponent has to be ready for it. It's not like they can see it and then come and punish it. It has very, very little in lag because it has so much startup on it. And that'll really just about do it for her forward strong. It's pretty strong if you can like get the charge on it. But all of her other moves are just so much better. I rarely find myself throwing out this move a lot. I throw it out maybe if I feel like I have a read or a prediction or someone's going for a parry and I think I can catch them slipping with it. But that's really just about it. So we've talked about her forward strong, her jab, and her up tilt. So let's talk about the thing that makes Seaya and the thing that makes her good. The leg. As you can see, Seiya's down tilt is basically like a splash of water in front of her. It has 2 hitboxes, so it has a soft hitbox. As you can see, it kind of knocks further out, and it has a sweet spot that knocks upwards. And she can combo from both of those hit spots. So the soft spot you can combo into like grab, or you can combo into dash attack, and the sweet spot you can combo into up air. At lower percentages, you can combo into nair, down tilt into nair, and As you can see right there, down tilt into forward air. You can do things like down tilt into down air. Seiya's down tilt is a very, very good move because, like I say, you get combos from both hits of it, whether it's the non-sweet spot or it's the sweet spot. You always want to hit the sweet spot because the sweet spot gives you your up air, and up air will eventually kill. Like, up air is a very, as you can see right there, up air is a very, very good move. And the fact that down tilt combos into it, and soft spot of down tilt combos into dash attack, and like I say, sweet spot of down tilt just combos into so much, like nair, down air. You can get like sweet spot into like pivot turn back air. I didn't get my pivot turn, but down tilt's just very, very good. Another thing about this move is, since it's so long, your opponent has to parry that last hit of water, that last little bit, like that last splash, to get like a big punish. This move is also fairly safe on shield, like your opponent has to be ready for it, and 9 times out of 10, in order to punish it, you gotta get a parry. Like, a lot of characters can't really do anything about Seaya mashing out down tilt, and the fact that she could just kind of run up to opponents, press down tilt, dash back, press down tilt, dash back, press down tilt, and force you to jump to where she can get like shield parries, and the fact that, and couple that with the fact that she has a comboing throw, it just makes her a menace to deal with for opponents on the ground and in the air, because down tilt is so oppressive. Like I say, sweet spot gives you combos, sour spot gives you combos, sweet spot gives you juggle situations. Just down tilt is very, very good. You'll see in like the matches, you'll see me spam down tilt a lot. Down tilt is one of probably her main tool that I think like kind of puts her overboard, because this move is just so good. Really hard for a lot of characters in the cast to deal with, even the top tier and good characters. So we talked about down tilt, we talked about up tilt, forward strong, and we've talked about jab. So let's go into Seiya's specials. Now, Seaya has a unique mechanic. I call it the sing buff. So let me get rid of it. And as you can see, Seaya has a bar next to her icon. It's kind of like above the player name. And as she lands moves, that bar fills up. Every time you get a hit, the bar will fill up, as you can see right there. And basically what that is kind of like, you can kind of like equate it to Cloud's limit in Smash. Once she gets this buff, she becomes faster and she gets enhanced special moves. So all of her special moves become, basically, they hit harder and they all get different priorities, as you can see. So let's just go over them individually. This is her regular neutral beat. Seaya basically sings a note forward, pops up, does 4%. Not really nothing special, but the thing about this move is that it's very, very oppressive, because she can use it from a distance to kind of force you to do things. Like, if she does this from a distance and you choose to like sit and shield, she could run behind it and press you with down tilt, or she could shoot it from a distance, and if you jump, she can catch your aerial. So her having a projectile like this is really, really good, because it doesn't really combo, but it does set up for a lot of good situations. Like, a lot of times you'll see me like use the music note. Oh, that was the enhanced one. But you'll see me use the music note and run behind it and mash out down tilt, kind of like this, because it just kind of sets up for such a good situation. Like, opponents have to jump at the right time after blocking sing note, and if you run at them and you see them about to jump, you could just intercept them with forward air or neutral air, or you can call out the jump with up air and things like that, or you could just kind of wait under them and parry the aerial that they're going to do next, because Seaya gets really good confirms out of parry with parry grab and parry down tilt. The enhanced musical note just hits a lot harder. As you can see, 13%, and it kind of had that stun effect. It hits really, really hard. So in a lot of situations, you can kind of like throw opponents off screen and then shoot the musical note like that to get cheeky KOs, because it kind of goes really far across the screen. Like I said, it's just a quick burst, just a really hard hit for a quick 13%, or even a cheeky kill like off stage. So that'll do it for neutral B. Let's go into her down B. So Seiya's down B is a reflector. She kind of covers herself in a bubble, knocks enemies away. As you can see, does not have that much launch, but like I say, it is a reflector. The thing about this that it does not start reflecting on frame 1. It doesn't start reflecting until that bubble comes around Seaya. So you have to reflect, basically like predicting the projectile. That's kind of how the reflect goes. Even though she is one of the few characters with the reflect, you don't get to like just kind of mash it out immediately. You have to see the projectile coming at you or know that the projectile is going to come at you. So like I say, regular down special, it's just a hit. Nothing too special, does 4%. Now the enhanced down special, that's where it's at. The enhanced down special, Seaya puts on a routine, and as you can see right there, 33% from one move. Yeah, 33%. That's very crazy from enhanced down special. And enhanced down special is also a very, very good kill move because it kills upwards. So let me show you. So at like around 100, you can hit opponents with like the enhanced down B, and they just kind of like explode. It's a very, very good kill move. Basically, you will see a lot of Saiyas get a lot of kills with that move. It's either down B or with her enhanced neutral special. But being able to hit this move and do 33% or probably get a kill at kill percentages, it's so good because the move is so active. Just for a long time, you just kind of like read air dodges or read approaches, and you just kind of throw the move out. And to make it even better, this enhanced version is safe on shield. As you can see how fast I was able to move after that. And if it would have hit an opponent's shield, they would have enough hit stun for me to like do it on shield and then jump away. So that'll do it for down B. Let's talk about her side B. Seiya's side B is basically her dashing across the screen. And at any time, you can jump and Seaya will jump. You can also influence the direction she jumps. So if you side B and hold back, she flips back. If you side B, oops. If you side B and hold forward, she flips forward. So forward, back. You can also just press jump and she will neutral jump. Also, a thing about the side B is that it is a comboing tool. So if you're reading a roll or you're like, you knock your opponent down and you're like, they're probably going to roll back because a lot of people like to roll back in this game. You can side B, hit them, and combo from it. As you can see right there, side B, up air, drag down, or you can do things like side B. I missed my forward air, but let's try again. You can do things like side B, forward air, as you can see right there. And the reason why this is possible is because that jump that you can do manually with Seaya automatically jumps when she hits an opponent. So you don't have to time the jump or anything like that unless you're going for something like maybe side B into down air. So you would have to time the jump for the down air like that. But for things like side B into up air or side B into forward air, Seaya will jump automatically. So if that's her regular side B, what about her enhanced side B? Seiya's enhanced side B goes faster, and as you can see, she puts a bubble around her, and on hit it does 11%. The thing about this move is it is actually invincible while she's in that bubble. So that's the one thing about the side B. And another thing about Seiya's specials is any use of any special when she has the limit bar, I call it the limit bar, but the sing buff will cause her to use the enhanced buff. So you can't like pick and choose. Like I say, it's kind of like clouding his limit meter. The enhanced side B is just a very, very good way to like get back on stage. You won't really use it on stage a lot. You'll basically just use it to get back to the stage if you're not too far away. Side B is also one of her best recovery tools. It basically kind of gives her a third jump. Well, a second jump because she only has one jump. But you can go one jump, double jump, side B, jump out of side B, and you can still up B out of side B. A lot of Seiyas, they'll save their double jump, and when they get knocked into the blast zone, they'll just side B from the blast zone because, like I say, it gives you basically a free jump without you having to use your double jump. So Seiya's side B, once again, also very good. Goes very far. As you can see, very, very good recovery tool. Also, if you hit it, you combo from it. So it's a very good combo starter. That's if you hit it. Would not recommend because it's not safe on shield. So I definitely don't recommend just side being at people. But if you can hit a side B, just be ready for that follow-up, because you get sweet confirms from that side B. So let's go into Seiya's up B. Seiya's up B is basically a flip upwards. As you can see, she just kind of jumps and flips upwards. That's really just about it. As you can see, it kind of has a hitbox on the way going up, and it also kills, as you can see from there. The enhanced, that's pretty much just about it. Now the enhanced side B basically works the same, but has more launch, comes out faster, and does more damage. That's normal side B. And now for the enhanced side B. As you can see, has more launch, does more damage. So opponents who like, you catch them slipping on their DI, you can't hit them with down tilt into up B if they're not ready to be hit by like sweet spot down tilt, or they're not DIing it. You can kind of hit them with that confirm. That's a really cheeky confirm. It's very DI dependent, and it's always easier to just go for down tilt into up air because up air will kill earlier than up B. But if you're flexing on somebody, you can hit them with down tilt into up B. Down tilt just hits really, really hard. The enhanced version does. The regular version, you won't really be doing down tilt into up B like that. You'll basically be using her up B to recover. And as you can see, it has some pretty good distance on it. So combining her up B with her side B is just really good for recovery and getting back. Very, very good recovery tool. Makes Seaya one of the hardest characters to edge guard, because you kind of have to spike her at that moment right there when she up Bs. But the hitbox on her up B is so big that you also might get hit. Seaya has a very, very good recovery on top of having a very, very good combo starter, which makes her really hard to deal with. That's why I think she's like a really good character. And then to go along with like the same buff and like the sweet kill options that she does have. So we've talked about all her specials. Let's talk about her aerials. Seiya's neutral air is basically a sing bubble around herself. The thing about neutral air is that you can combo late hit. As you can see right there, you can do things like neutral air into forward air, and these are like mid percentage combos. You can do things like neutral air, up percents might be too high. You can do things like neutral air into grab. You can do things like falling neutral air into forward air. You can do things like falling neutral air into back air. Basically, like falling neutral air is a very, very good combo starter, and you want to hit, as you can see right there, the late hit of neutral air, because the initial hit of neutral air has more knockback, as you can see right there. So if you're trying to combo it with it, you want to hit the late hit of neutral air. I got initial hit again. The late hit kind of pops them up for the combo, and you can do things like that. So that's the difference between late hit of neutral air and the initial hit of neutral air. So like late hit pops them up for combos. Initial hit kind of knocks them away. That'll do it just about for her neutral air. Another thing about her neutral air is that it is not safe on shield, but you can fade back with it like that to make it a little bit safer. So not jumping at opponents with it, but kind of fading back with it. If you don't think you're going to be able to get that forward air out, kind of like that, you could just fade back with it, and that will make it a little bit safer instead of just jumping on opponents with neutral air. So let's talk about Seiya's forward air. Now Seiya's forward air is very, very good. It has a lot of reach. As you can see, she reaches forward, kind of throws out some sing notes. And as you've seen earlier in the guide, it kills. The launch is really good. You can fade in with it, fade back with it. You can go forward with it. She just stretches out really far. It is also safe on shield. If you fade back with it, this move is really, really hard to punish. Just jumping at opponents with it will definitely get you punished, but you can go jump forward there and fade back with it, kind of like that. This move is very, very hard to punish because you can just kind of like space around your opponent's whip forward there, and as you see, it kills, it does damage. You can hit it at lower percentages to hit forward air into the dash forward down tilt. You can combo into forward air from grab. And it's just very, very good, very oppressive for like calling out jumps, pressuring opponents off stage. Forward air is a very, very good tool. Has a lot of range, covers a lot. one of the moves that like make her absolutely ridiculous, as you can see right there. A very, very good forward air. This forward air combined with her down tilt makes her like a very, very oppressive character. So a lot of the matches you'll be spacing out with forward air. If you want to call out jumps, you want to call them out with forward air because you don't have to commit as deep, because forward air has a lot of range. You just kind of forward air, and if they don't move, fade in with another space forward air, or forward air, and if they get under you, fall back with a space forward air, or forward air, double jump away. Forward air is just very, very good. Hits really hard, 13% per hit. And like I say, if you space it, it is safe on shield. One of these forward air is one of the reasons why I say it is very, very hard to deal with. So let's talk about up air. Up air is also a very, very good area. As you can see, Seaya jumps, does a spin, and kind of has a star blast above her. Now, this hitbox is really, really big. You can just kind of call out jumps with it because it's really big, and it's very active. If you feel like opponents are going to jump or double jump, you can just jump at them and up air, or you can jump at them and double jump and up air. And up air hits really, really hard. The hitbox is also really huge. You can do things like falling, oh, sorry about that. You can do things like falling up air. I fell off the stage. Let's try this again. There we go. You can do things like falling up air on certain characters because that last hitbox is so huge. It's not something you would do consistently because it's really hard to get, but the hitbox on up air is very, very big that on certain opponents you can fall on them. It's a lot harder on Sophia, but taller opponents like Thanatos, Miko, and Macalon, you can fall on them with up air and get combos because up air is a multi-hit move. But let me lower Sophia's percentages because up air also drags down. So you can do things like forward throw, nair. I missed. Do things like forward throw, nair. So at lower percentages, you can do things like down tilt, nair, up air, drag down into down tilt again, because that drag down into down tilt is true. The drag down from up air is really good. If you can like get opponents on on a platform, you could drag them down with up air, and the hit stun on up air is so great. You could do things like up air drag down into up tilt to extend combos, or you could do things like down tilt, up air drag down tilt into up air again. It's just the drag down on up air is very, very good. Even if opponents are like falling from the sky and you fast fall up air to get a drag down, you basically get that down tilt confirmed from it because the drag down from up air is so good. It's also a very good juggle move because as you can see, you can combo into up air from down tilt. And like I say, the hitbox is so active, it's so big, you just kind of like jump at opponents and throw it out. As you can see, I'm throwing it out way before Sophia gets to me because the hitbox is so active, it just allows me to cover so much of the space. Sophia has to air dodge a lot earlier before she gets to me. And like I say, you could get drag downs like that. You could do things like down tilt, drag down, up tilt, forward air. You could do things like down tilt, drag down tilt, up air. Like the drag down from up air is just very, very good. If you feel like you're going to catch your opponent with the drag down, just like I say, be prepared for the follow up because once you get the drag down up air always combos into regular down tilt. So you can always get drag down up air into down tilt into like another up air or another follow up. Up air is very, very good, and another reason why Seaya's so oppressive because as you can see, this up air is really good. Covers a lot of space above her, and it's a really hard hitbox to contest with. I think the only character I've ever been able to beat that hitbox with is Thanatos' down air and Thanatos' neutral air because the hitbox extends so far up above her, but the move comes out so fast and is active for so long, opponents can just kind of throw it out at you. That's why I say is one of a very, very good juggling character because of this up air. So we talked about up air, let's talk about Seaya's down air. Seaya's down air is a stomp downward. If you've played Zelda and Smash, it's kind of like Zelda's down air. It hits really hard. Very, very hard. There we go. As you can see, down air hits really hard. At lower percentages, you can do things like down tilt, down air. You can do things like forward throw, neutral air, down air. You can do things like down tilt, neutral air, down air. Because neutral air is such a good combo extender. Forward throw into down air at lower percentages. You can do down air into like up tilt into forward air. Seaya's down air is really good, and it has a lot of range before her. And I mean, not before her, but up under her, to where you can do things like just run off and jump back on and down air to catch people that have to recover upwards, to basically hit their recovery with her down air. Like I say, the spike hits really hard. And as you can see, it also has like a non-sweet spot that like knocks to the side. Never really aiming for that. You're always aiming for the sweet spot on down air, because down air absolutely destroys opponents when you hit it off stage. So we talked about neutral air, we talked about down air, forward air, and up air. And if I didn't mention it, at lower percentages, neutral air is a very good combo extender. It's very good to like get extra hits in combo with things like neutral air into forward air mid percentages. So we've talked about her aerials, her specials, and her A moves. Let's talk about Seiya's grab. Now Seiya's grab is really good. As you can see, the forward throw she kind of just throws them forward a little bit. The thing about this forward throw is that it combos up to what feels like almost forever. Just forward throw into forward air. And it happens a lot. If your opponent's DIN, you can get things like forward throw into down air. As you can see like that. At mid percentages, you can get things like forward throw into up air. Forward throw is just a very good combo throw. Even at 96, you get forward throw to like forward air. Like your opponent has to be ready to DI this throw, because forward throw is so good. It kind of gives her a lot. And it gives her like a lot of free confirms, because it's so good. Forward throw will be like the main throw you'll be using a lot. You won't really be using back throw a lot, because as you can see, back throw is just kind of like a throw to like knock them away from you. And the thing about forward throw is that it always combos. So if your goal is to get opponents away from you, you can easily just forward throw and forward air to get them away from you. Back throw is just, I guess, if you want to get somebody off stage, or you're trying to do like a DI mix up, it's very rare that that throw will kill. It has its moments when it does kill if your opponent isn't ready to DI it. As you see, has pretty good launch. So if your opponent isn't ready for the back throw, you might be able to sneak a kill in with back throw. There's been matches where I've died to Seiya's back throw because I'm at like really high percentages. But at the same time, if they're at the percentage to die from a back throw, it'll be a lot easier to get a down tilt into up air to get a kill way before they get to those percentages. So like I say, for her throw, forward throw will be your main one, because it is your combo throw. It lets you get those extensions, those drag downs, those setups. Just forward throw is a very good forward throw, and you get so much from it. As you can see right there, like on the edge of the stage, you get combos, and your opponent has to be ready to DI it, because if they're not, they could die early just because they got grabbed on the edge of the stage. So that'll do it for her throws. Let's talk about her combos. So Seiya combos, they come mainly from down tilt. As I've shown a lot, you have down tilt into up air. You have down tilt into down air at lower percentages. Basically, all of your combos will come from down tilt, whether you hit sweet spot or you hit soft spot. As you can see, soft spot into dash attack, sweet spot into like near to forward air, or sweet spot into, as you saw before, sweet spot into up air for those juggle situations. And if you can't hit a down tilt because your opponent's blocking too much, you have forward throw into forward air for like another staple combo. So she has combos from down tilt and from grab, which is why she's a very good character. Like I say, at lower percentages, you can combo like from soft hit of up tilt, but you don't want to run at your opponents in up tilt, because up tilt is not safe on shield. But if you do hit an up tilt, be prepared to combo from it. You have like late hit of neutral air, and that'll really do it for like her combo starters and her comboing moves. Like I say, a lot of combos will come from grab. She's a very simple and basic character, And the thing that makes her so simple, it actually works and helps her win games. So Seaya never really has to change up her playstyle that much. So like I say, you'll be going for a lot of forward airs, a lot of down tilts into up airs for juggle situations, a lot of late down tilts into dash attack. And if you're reading your opponent and you're getting like those mix-ups, you can get the things like drag down up air into down tilt resets and things like that. But that'll do it for her combos. Now let's talk about Seiya's neutral. Seiya's neutral is basically building damage between her down tilt and her grab, and basically securing kills with her limit moves, which are neutral down B. Down B and her limit neutral B will be the main moves that you'll use to like secure kills outside of being on the edge of the stage and getting kills with forward air, or getting kills with at higher percentages down tilt to up air. That'll basically do it about for Seiya's neutral. You kind of want to rinse and repeat the same thing over and over. You want to get those grabs to forward airs. You want to get those down tilt into up airs. Basically rinse and repeat. If you see an opportunity to get a kill with a special move, you'll go for the special move. But that's basically just about it. Another thing that Seaya has that kind of puts her over the top is Seaya is what they call a neutral based character. So as Seaya fights and hits different moves, her meter charges up. So when Seaya hits enough downwards moves, as you can see, the circle starts to fill up. So maybe like around 3 downwards moves. And then for forward moves, you have forward air. As you can see, one forward air, half full. Another forward air fills it up. And then for the upward moves, you have up air. And you also have up tilt. And once you've filled up all 3 circles, it becomes a star bar. That star bar gives Seaya a concert. Very good kill move, very move for building damage, and that's another reason why Seaya is really good. The reason why is because a lot of characters that have to fill up that bar kind of have to do crazy and ridiculous like neutral losing things to fill up that bar. But Seaya can fill those circles up with just down tilt, because she can get, as you can see, down tilt fills it up, and then she can get things like down tilt into forward air to fill up the side one. She can get things like down tilt into up air. All it takes is 2 up airs to fill it. And then she can also get confirms from grab. So she can even get things like grab into forward air. I didn't double jump, but grab into forward air to fill up that bar. And so Seaya fills up her star meter really early. So you actually get this special a lot in the match. You probably like after 2 neutral exchanges, it's ready to be filled, like from down tilt, neutral air, drag down, down tilt, and downwards already basically like filled. You could do things like down tilt into up air juggles, because all it takes is 2 up airs to fill it up. And then at that point, you're kind of like fishing for down tilts into grabs. And if you hit a grab, that's a forward air. Another thing is, even if you hit these moves on shield, it still fills up the circle. So spacing with forward air, which I said before is like safe on shield, gives you that concert. So that's why Seiya's another reason why Seaya is really good, because hitting down tilts, hitting up airs, and hitting forward airs all fill up her special meter. And as you've seen from the guide, forward air, down tilt, and up air are her best moves. So literally the moves that you'll be using commonly throughout neutral, you don't have to mix up or change a game plan or anything like that. It's going to fill up your special meter without you having to try that hard. And you can most likely get this 2 to 3 times in one stop. You don't have to hold on to it like certain other characters, because it's really hard for them to like build up the meter. You can kind of use it immediately when you get it if you have like the hit. So that'll do it for Seaya. Like I say, Seiya's a very, very good character all around because her neutral is so plain and simple. It's very easy to do. Not too much to her. You don't really have to like learn any like crazy tricks or anything like that. You kind of just play your regular neutral, spamming out down tilts, If you want to like get cheeky, you can get like your drag. You can practice like drag down combos on stages with platforms, but you really do not have to switch up your neutral that much to win games with Seaya. And the thing about Seaya is you will fight every single character like this. So it's not like you fight one character and you have to change up your playstyle. Down tilt into up air and grab into forward air works on every single character, no matter how tall they are, how big they are, and how light they are. And up air will always kill, and down tilt will always combo into up air, which will kill. And like I said before, those moves will always power up your meter so you can pop off with the concert. So there you have it. That's my guide for Seaya. Like I say, if you were thinking about investing in her, she's like very, very good investment because she has not been nerfed yet, which I will always say I'm surprised because this move right here alone just kind of like puts her above the rest. It's actually the move I think that needs to be nerfed. But her having this move, it being a combo move, a spacing move, combo starter, combo extender, you get so much from it. You get kills from it. You get damage from it. Makes her very good. So if you were thinking about investing in Seaya, I recommend it. And like I always say, if the guide helped or you're waiting for the next guide, leave a like, comment, subscribe down below if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.